Trade wars, they sound bad, because they are bad. Imagine two kids fighting over toys, except instead of toys it's cars and computers, and instead of kids it's countries, and instead of a timeout it's economic chaos. That's a trade war. In a trade war, countries fight with tariffs. Tariffs are like taxes on goods from other countries. They make those goods more expensive. The idea is to protect your own industries, but it often backfires. Prices go up for consumers, businesses suffer, and everyone loses in the long run. It's like shooting yourself in the foot with a tiny, tariff-covered gun. Remember 2025? Pepperidge Farm remembers. It was the year the US decided to slap tariffs on everyone. Canada? 25% tariffs. Mexico? Yup, them too. China? Don't even get me started. The US claimed it was about trade deficits and, oddly, fentanyl, because nothing says we're serious about drug control like a trade war. These tariffs weren't just a slap on the wrist, they were a full-blown economic suplex. The US lumber industry, reliant on Canadian wood, felt the pinch. Bourbon distilleries, suddenly facing Canadian tariffs, were left with warehouses full of unsold whiskey. And the toy industry, heavily dependent on Chinese manufacturing, was basically told to hold a going-out-of-business sale. Did the US really think other countries would just sit there and take it? Canada retaliated with tariffs of their own, targeting everything from ketchup to cars. Mexico, never one to back down from a trade scuffle, followed suit. And China, with the calmness of a kung fu master, responded with targeted tariffs on US agricultural products. The global economy, already teetering on the edge, took a nosedive. Stock markets crashed faster than a teenager learning to drive stick shift. The US dollar, once a symbol of stability, was suddenly about as reliable as a weather forecast in a hurricane. And let's not even talk about the price of avocados. Let's just say, guacamole became a luxury item. The 2025 trade war wasn't a blip on the radar. It was a seismic shift in global trade. The US, once a champion of free trade, had become the tariff king. The world watched in disbelief, wondering if anyone had learned anything from the Great Depression. The long-term consequences are still unfolding. Global supply chains, already strained by the pandemic, were thrown into chaos. Countries are scrambling to diversify their trade partners, reducing their reliance on the US. And the World Trade Organization? Let's just say they're going to need a bigger gavel. The 2025 trade war was a stark reminder. In a globalized world, economic warfare hurts everyone. It's time to put down the tariff guns and pick up the phone, because the only thing a trade war guarantees is mutually assured economic destruction.